first of all, you performed today. How was it? How did you feel about it?
It was amazing.
It was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, France is always good, but it was, I don't know, it felt different this time because I don't know why.
People were singing.
Yeah.
That was nice.
More people singing back, really cool.
Yeah.
And so you said that an album was coming very soon. Can you talk to us about this album? Like, how was the conception? What can we expect from it?
Well, it's been written over like probably the last year or so, and we recorded it at the beginning of this year. And I would say expect the album to be very, I'd say it's got a lot of emotion in there for sure. And I guess it's mainly written about humans. So yeah, like every song's like has a nod to some sort of emotion that you feel either towards somebody or internally. So yeah.
Okay. And so in the band, when you work, who does what? Like, how do you work together? What do you start with?
So when we write all together, we only really write all together. We practice in Guy's studio, Mustard Studios, and we just start jamming, I think.
Yeah.
Or someone comes in with an idea, and then we're just in the rehearsal room just playing and trying out new things and voice noting everything until it eventually turns into something.
Yeah, we don't like have specific jobs. We just trust each other. If someone has an idea, we like to see it through, because usually if someone feels strongly about what direction they think we should be going in, they're probably right. So just sort of like say, okay, let's try that, and that's how we shape a song. Just trust.
Okay. And how do you prepare for the show? Do you think when you write a song, do you already think about how it's gonna look like, sound like on stage, or not really? You just adapt it later?
More so lately.
I think I don't think we ever write songs with like a setting in mind, like where we're going to play them. And a lot of our songs kind of naturally come together when all four of us are playing anyway, so they kind of start out like live a lot of the time, and then we'll like get in the studio and tweak stuff. And yeah, once the recorded version's done, then when we do get to like adding it to the set, we like inevitably have to figure out like how we're gonna do certain things.
Yeah, but the initial idea is, like you say, is just us four playing together. So translating from the record to the live set is kind of easy.
And you recently put out the song Parasites. You said you wanted it to feel like a punch in the face. This is for everyone who had those people in their lives. Do you write mainly about situations you've experienced?
Yeah, definitely all truthful. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes writing easy because you don't need to make it up. I don't know, it's already there. You just make a rhyme.
Everyone has someone they want to punch in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. So you also put out music videos. And how do you work on those? Like, do you do it all by yourself, or do you ask someone to do it?
We have a team normally that does it. We've always had a director called Dan Broadley. He, up until recently, has done a lot of our videos. And then we've had someone else come in. We had Goodnight Studios, who did Parasite. And then we had our friends, Becky and Oscar, do What's the Point in Life? So we've managed to keep it pretty tight. And Harry, What's the Point in Life? Managed to keep it pretty tight, and everyone we work with is so talented. Like, they just produce what we see, but ultimately they do the planning and we have to like agree, and yeah, it's all like foolproof, and they do it so well.
Yeah, they're so good that we want to trust them to do their version of the song. They're doing like the visual version of our song, so we don't say, oh, let's do a video, but we want to do this, this and this. We just say, here's the song, what do you want to do? And as long as we usually like the idea, and if we don't, we say, oh, maybe not.
And still about the visual part. You put out a vinyl with a cover that changes when you look at it with red glasses. Is this vinyl object important for you? Is the visual part of the band very important for you?
Yeah, definitely. I think like it's just a different version of art, like just like music is. So it goes hand in hand. It has to be something memorable and stand out. I think for us, timeless, yeah. But also like true to just as much as our music is. The art side of it and the visual side of things has to be the same. As yeah, we have to love it.
That Blood Records thing, like they put out so many like special releases of like bands we love. So when we got the opportunity to work with them and do that for our debut album as well, it's pretty
pretty mental.
And it sold out.
Yeah.
In like half an hour. So.
Yes. Yeah.
So you also put out the single Born Leader, which talk about imposter syndrome. Is it something you've experienced? And did the fact that you shared the stage with like royal blood, did it make you feel more confident?
I don't know.
I think I always have imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
When we go and do, even just like being here today, because when we started doing this, we didn't really have like any expectation of like, we just still liked doing it, and we didn't really think too far ahead of like, yeah, we'll play at like those festivals and play with massive bands that we love. So when you actually get there,
yeah, that imposter syndrome seeps in.
yeah, definitely. But you got to like get through that and be like,
You deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, worked hard.
I mean, today that arena where we were was packed, and you don't. There's not any part of us that looks out and thinks, "Wow, they've all come here for us." We think like, "Oh, this is just lucky. There's lots of, must be nothing else on." But then you look up and you see you see people singing the words back. Think, "Oh, shit, they know who we are.
Yeah.
And, like, they've come to see us."
Yeah.
Like in France.
that never gets old.
Yeah.
That feeling.
Yeah.
Because many people enjoyed your show today. We're proud of them. So yeah, it was really great. We had just a little question. There's a little stormtrooper. Why?
That.
Did we buy you that?
Yeah, we were on a tour maybe a year or so ago, and we were in Norwich, and
I think you were feeling sad.
I was having a bad day, and I love Star Wars, and these guys kind of wandered off. I think you all went.
No, I think I stayed with you.
Me and Jess were in this like charity shop and looked at these like packaged little Star Wars figurines. And I said to Jess, or Jess said to me, we'll be around. We should get Joe that. That will fix everything today.
Yeah, and it did.
In
Yeah.
fact, you went back and got another one.
Yeah, so they got me a Luke Skywalker. I think.
Heaven's going in.
And then I went back and got the Stormtrooper. I think that's it. Because I love Luke Skywalker so much. But then his lightsaber broke, so he doesn't.
He doesn't come out anymore.
Now?
He's in the back of your house.
He's in the box.
He's in
Oh.
the box.
But yeah, that's the story.
Appreciated
And then
value.
Yeah.
since that gig, he sits on my lap at every gig. It's like a weird.
It's a massive.
Yeah, like if he wasn't there, I think everything would go wrong.
Yeah, it's like a superstition.
Yeah, like
There's
it's
nothing superstitious about the Force.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to believe.
Yeah, it does.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Surrounds all living things.
And so I just have a last question. So an album is coming out. Is there anything else you're working on? Maybe video clips, maybe
Tour.
Sorry?
Touring.
Okay.
The BU.
There's one more song to come out right there.
There's one more song.
There's one more song. No one knows that yet, so it's an exclusive.
Let me find you where we're touring in France.
Yeah. So there's that really our focus now is just working towards the album tour. So
Yeah.
starting in the UK, into Europe, and then some bonus stuff that we maybe can't say yet. But UK, Europe, and then stuff.
Yeah. So in France we're doing Lille, Aronoff,
Wait a minute.
Hand it over.
and then
Stereolux.
Stereolux, Strasbourg,
Nice.
La Lettre,
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, read it. Yeah.
It's zoomed in on the
Okay.
other side.
C'est on est en Strasbourg.
Pour info, pour ceux qui nous regardent, donc il y aura Lille à l'aéronef, il y a Reims à la cartonnerie, Nantes au Stéréolux, Strasbourg à la laiterie et c'est déjà d'autres dates en Europe.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.